Hello and welcome to Math 8, Unit 2A, Lesson 7. Today's objective is scholars will determine if a function is linear or nonlinear. So first question, what does it mean to be linear? Linear simply means that a function has a constant rate of change. So that's all it is to be linear. It has a constant rate of change. The constant rate of change is also called the slope. We've talked about how to find that. So how can I tell if it's linear on a graph? Well, this is probably the easiest. When I'm looking at a graph, I look for a line. Remember, in math, lines are by definition straight. So if it is straight, then it is linear. So here I see a linear graph. Here, this is a curve. This is not a line. That does not show a constant rate of change. It's not linear. And finally, this over here, you can see I'm going up and down. This is definitely not linear. Again, on a graph, it's very easy. You're looking for a line. Well, what if I give you, instead of a line, I give you a table? So, in this case, we're looking for a constant rate of change. So we're looking at, remember, change in y divided by change in x. The triangle just means delta, means change. So I'm looking at how much is x changing versus how much is y changing. So here I can see x is increasing by 5, and then 5, and then 5. That's the same each time. And y is increasing by 1, 1, 1. So this is linear. It is a constant rate of change. Well, what about this next one? Here I see I'm increasing by 2, increasing by 2, increasing by 2, increasing by 2. Over here I'm increasing by 3, by 3, by 3, by 3. So this one is linear. Finally, what about this last one over here? Here I'm increasing by 3, 3, 2, and this one is actually decreasing by 5. Over here I'm increasing by 1, I'm decreasing by 2, then I'm increasing by 4, then I'm increasing by 2. So this one is not linear. It does not have a constant rate of change. Okay, so that's really easy on a table. What about if it's an equation? Okay, so there's a couple of things you need to know when we're looking at equations. First of all, any equation in the form y equals something times x plus a number, or anything times x plus anything times y equals another number is linear. Those are different types of linear formats of equations. If an equation divides by x or has an exponent on the variable, it is not linear. So let's look at number 1. Number 1, y equals 1/2 x minus 5.8. Well, that is that format right there. So that one definitely is linear. This one, next one, 5x minus 3y equals 12. Look, that's ax plus by equals c. It can be positive and negative. So that one, again, is linear. What about this next one? Y equals 5 divided by x minus 3. When we divide by x, if you ever saw this on a graph, you would see something that looks really, really wonky. It goes something like this. So that is definitely not linear. So this one is not linear. And finally, we have the final one, y equals x squared minus 3x plus 2. You notice I have an exponent on my x. If you saw this graph, it would look like this. Well, again, that is not a line. So that is not linear. So that's how you tell looking at equations. You just got to follow those rules. Okay. So next, let's talk about why it's linear. There are only two answers. The only answers are it is linear because it has a constant rate of change, or it is not linear because it does not have a constant rate of change. If you are asked why something is linear, that's it. Those are your only two answer choices. Do not give me anything else. It is linear because it has a constant rate of change. It is not linear because it does not have a constant rate of change. Okay, so go ahead and work on your assignments, and I will see you all in class.